It's Wednesday, my dudes, and today we are gonna be doing, at long last, the Q&A. So for the people who are not aware of exactly what the Q&A was meant to be, it was a video that I wanted to do for quite a while, and I think about a month and a half ago when we broke the 3,000 subscriber tier on my YouTube channel, I wrote down that I was ready to do yet another Q&A where anyone could ask any question they wished to, and I would answer it in the most heartfelt way. I would not take any detours or try to avoid the questions. So now we have finally gotten to the point where I am ready to make such a video because I had so many other ones to make before. Obviously, now we are way more than 3k followers, and if anything we're actually getting rather close to the 4k followers, so there should be another one of these videos in the upcoming weeks if you guys missed the opportunity to ask me a question this time around. But now, without further ado, let's delve in and look at the questions so that I may answer them. So from Dan Days, we have: what is your biggest market blunder and the missed opportunity you regret the most? Well, I must say, Dan, my biggest market blunder was actually on the day I thought I was a big boy and that I could probably try to manipulate the price of specific items. So I took it upon myself and bought the supply of a very specific skin, the Island Shoulders. So these are the ones you get from Thousand Cove, I mean the 1000 event that we had a while back with the Kaka invasion and everything. And obviously it didn't work quite as expected. So they were priced nearly around 40 gold, and at some point I realized that the offers at 40 gold were not that many, so I could, you know, like buy them. Then the price would be 100 gold, I would already be, you know, in the green, in the profit, and then all I had to do was wait for someone to realize there was a buyout, panic buy as well, and I would just list mine at around 80 gold, make some hefty profits, and sign off with it. Well, actually it didn't go as expected, because instead, when I started buying out these items, a lot of people actually started listing theirs and the price plummeted to 20 gold. If anything, I lost a few thousands on that week, and hashtag never again, which is why I also say ever so often manipulation is not doable in the GW2 market. The missed opportunity I regret the most. Well, this is a rather hard one, but I think I have an idea which would fit. If it might not be the missed opportunity I regret the most, but it is most certainly one I do regret quite a lot. Back when Heartathons released a few years back, I was thinking to myself, I need to buy the stuff that is going to be used in the new legendaries, because, you know, vanity items, money. So I decided to look at all the recipes and I was like, oh damn, these amalgamated gemstones are the new shit. Back then, they were at 60 to 70 silver. So I just bought them up to 1 gold 30, and I was like, oh man, I am big now. So I had about 20 stacks of them, and I was thinking, yeah, we're pretty good. But at the time, the new legendaries were not released yet. Like, they weren't exactly in Heartathons on day 1. So all I could see from the recipes that were available at the various ascended crafting professions was that one was needed for the jar of luminous polish. If I'm not mistaken, that is the name of it. And I was like, shit. So now I have 20 stacks of them. That's 5,000. And since a lot of players had quit the game and Heartathons was kind of, you know, being a bit of a fiasco, marketing wise, I was like, shit, ain't nobody gonna buy this. Ain't 5k people gonna buy them so high in price, especially for the fact that orbs used to craft them were dirt cheap. I was like, well, better dump them. So I decided to eat the loss and list them around 1 gold, trying to, you know, cut down on all the money that I could potentially lose if they were to go down to 70 silver again. Well, like a few days later, it was announced what you would need to craft legendaries and the fact that the stack of them was pretty much required. And I was like, well, duh. So yeah, that's I think a good answer for your questions, Dan. Then we have Ziva. How do you feel about the new lounge? Well, based on when this was released, I guess you are making a reference to the Mistlock Sanctuary, and I must say it is the best convenience area I have ever been in. Granted, I have only used the area in Divinity's Reach and the airship, the captain's airship. I think it's called like this. So I haven't tried that many convenience areas, but I think that this one is very good. It has literally all the vendors, it has everything accessible, and man, you have the mechanics from the new Fractal there. You can float around, you can jump, make all these incredible movements. You have the little mini game with the bouncing marble everywhere. Man, it's like it's amazing. Like, sincerely, I love this area, and there is a reason as to why most of my characters are there. It's just so convenient. It's literally perfect. And obviously, from having tried the other areas, I must say that I simply hate the one in Divinity's Reach because I keep getting kicked out of it. Like, each time I relog, I'm like, shit, man, I'm kicked out of it. Or, you know, I'm not always looking at my second account, which is running on a computer over there. And, like, sometimes I just look at it and I'm like, I got timed out, and then I'm out of the area. So yeah, I really love the Mistlock Sanctuary. Now, from Colleen, bro, do you even War vs World? Well, my man, I must tell you that I don't. I was trying for a few weeks to do my weekly War vs World run, which actually only consisted of getting wood for that extra peep on the week after. But I got tired of it. Like, I must say, War vs World is something that I enjoy doing when I'm in it. But man, oh man, I hate the queues. I genuinely hate the queues. That's not something I'm used to. Like, yours too is just, you know, that game I'm gonna jump in anytime I want to play it without any queue. Like, I can log on, get into the content, right? But for War vs World, sometimes I have to wait half an hour to an hour, and I'm like, yeah, brilliant. Sometimes I even have the time, you know, to start queuing. Then I go to the gym, I do all of my routine, I come back, and I'm still in the queue, and I'm like, dude, no, not like this. Anyways, I do War vs World, not really anymore. Next question is from Eragan Kamazia. What is your most favorite item that you always buy small and sell big regularly on the trading post? Well, I must say, I do not have really any such specific item. Like, there is not really a favorite item that I would go for all the time that sort of, you know, works out all the way for me all the time and everything. I would say that something that I do rather regularly is that I tend to buy some, well, how could I formulate that in a proper way? I tend to buy some skins that are gonna be rising in price for sure, and that I tend to buy items from the Black Lion chest, you know, the ones that are available at the moment and are gonna go away once we get a new rotation in the chest. These ones I tend to buy a lot of, actually. So generally these would be my buy small and sell big regularly on trading post stuff. Like, for example, the Abaddon skins, I bought like, I think 30 something of them. I'm not even sure. I mean, I bought quite a bit, you know, because I'm expecting them to go in price because they actually look good, right? It's the same for the Tormented weapon, the Fuse weapons, the Chaos weapons, the Shadow weapons. I mean, everything that looks pretty much good, I'm gonna buy and wait. Same for like harvesting nodes, finishers, everything. Stuff that has a chance of going higher in price. Like, I mean, I had, because now I spent a bit of it, but I had quite a bit of cash, and I just decided, you know, to put it in stuff like this that's probably gonna go up and be like, dump and forget. Anyways, let's go on to the next question. So from Will, a most complicated question, my man. Why aren't you in Snowcrows anymore? Well, this is the conjunction of a rather lengthy trend, because when it first started feeling wrong for me in Snowcrows was over a year ago. So we're talking around January 2016, which was back when I was actually leader of Snowcrows. A few members started having a rather bad attitude towards me because I was not representing the image they had of the guild, which was rather funny because I was a founding member of the guild, so technically my idea of it should, you know, be over theirs. I mean, that's logic, but logic does not apply, so let's leave that to the side. So, so to speak, there were some members that took a rather high quantity of pleasure into bullying me and the people around me. So I had, for example, to sit through my girlfriend of the time being live bullied on TeamSpeak while she was there with me, which is wrong, you know? So there was already a little bit of bad blood between some of the members and I, and most of the members that I was accustomed to spending time with had already taken a break from the game, so these were the guys that weren't really here anymore, and I was kind of, you know, on my own. So I just started doing my stuff on my corner, etc., and it went on. And then the second thing that took stuff a bit far is that I was too lenient. I decided to give a second chance to the wrong person, so I let into the guild someone that would later on try to destroy my life, and actually almost managed to. And well, I mean, things went on, and I was in a relationship with a certain someone, and that relationship got ruined by that person that I let enter the guild. And I'm not gonna go into details right now, because obviously I'm gonna at some point make a more heartfelt post video or something about it, because I cannot summarize the situation I've been in just a few minutes. It's way too long for this. So as we go on, my life was indeed kinda broken. I was left in a situation that was really horrible. Like I had lost a family member, then I lost the girl I loved. Then I ended up moving to a different country because I had already signed for it, and you know, I was like left all alone. And well, in that situation I just started playing the game a little bit less, and I was partying a lot, getting drunk, writing random stuff on various discords, and it got blown out of proportion. It got into the ears of the wrong people at the wrong time, and at some point there was a vote with a handful of the guild to kick Sam. Because I didn't leave Snow Crows, I got kicked from it. And obviously that vote had nothing that validated it, because not everyone voted in it. And also people who joined after I took a break actually voted in, which also doesn't make sense. But whatever, that's in the past. A second vote happened. That was also very rigged and not held properly, but I was given by the members an offer to rejoin. Of course, I would have to retrial and change a little bit the way I act on stream, because I'm like, you know, very casual, fun sometimes. I just goof around, and it doesn't really fit the image of the hardcore Snow Crows, which is rather fun, because originally Snow Crows was just a guild of Scandinavian friends, but everyone forgot about what it was at the start. And anyways, I was given this opportunity, and I just asked a simple question: will I have to play with everyone? And the answer was yes, and I was like, then I can't rejoin, because the person who tried to destroy my life and actually had a pretty good shot at it is still in the guild. And obviously I do not want to have to look at a chat in which a person who actively tried to make me miserable is. Like, that doesn't sit right with me, and as such I am not in Snow Crows anymore. So I think that this summarizes the situation very well, and obviously I don't want to take any shots at Snow Crows itself, because I still have some friends who are in there, I still have some people that I hold in high regard who are in there, and heck, I met some of the people that I thought would, like, you know, be sort of antagonizing me at Gamescom, and actually they were pretty chill. Like, we went for food, we went for drinks, we had a lot of fun. We're probably gonna do some more stuff in the future, and really I don't have anything against these guys. I decided not to rejoin because of a single person that I actually gave a second chance to back in the days and completely bit me back. But whatever, lesson learned, so to speak. Next question, Lovey Dovey, when is the giveaway for your body? Well, you know, technically I have planned this, you know, because I told my family a few years back something along the lines of, when I die you may give my body to science. I guess this is technically a giveaway, but I have already chosen who wins it, so I guess the giveaway for my body is not happening anytime soon, sadly for you. Neighbor, what are your investments and hopes for the upcoming XPAC? What is your highest degree of education? Well, the XPAC is in shy of 10 days, and my investment for it are literally non-existent. I went for a few items that I think have a potential of going up, because I mean, after all, we're gonna find a branded again, so I bought stuff that was related to this. I bought stuff that was very abundant from farming the Art of Thorns map, and obviously, I mean, less people being in there means we're gonna have less of it. You know, I made sensible investments, because to me that was the most realistic decision in the situation. However, I have not made any, extremely big investment of stuff that was like dirt cheap and will definitely rise with the X-Pack because it's completely going to be used. No, I have no insight as to such things, and as such, I am, unable to make any clever move in this situation. So, all in all, I must say, I have no investments for the X-Pack. And then, what's your highest degree of education? Well, that is actually a very easy question as well. I have a master in management with a specialization in finance that I got delivered from a French business school over a year ago. Well, around a year ago. So when I was 21. And yeah, that is basically a master's degree. So that's my highest level of education. I have not done anything that was related to studying ever since I handed in my master's thesis. So that's it. Weekend Millionaire. When are you getting rid of this intro? I bark every time I hear it. Yo, man, okay. Weekend Millionaire is like one of the tracks that got me hyped when I was feeling the worst in my life. Like I was, hitting the dumpster and I was like, oh shit, my life's so bad. And at this point I started listening to some music on the internet, etc. And randomly on my SoundCloud feed, Weekend Millionaire happened. And I was like, shit, man, that tune's fucking good. And I, kept listening to it and was feeling kind of right with it. So I just pretty much kept listening to it and it became my intro because I just loved the tune so much, right? But we're moving on from it. I mean, we have the patch review intro. We are now gonna have the economy video intro that you're gonna see probably tomorrow when I make the video public. And we have a few other intros that I am working on. I have basically written a little jingle for the music, and I'm still working on the video part, but we're gonna have another intro that's gonna be real nice. Next question is from Zealex. How did you know that the auras would change into infusion with the one path and patch? Unlike the seaweed salad, actually I need to scroll a bit up. Unlike the seaweed salad and Condi nerf, which there was rumors about, there wasn't much talk. Well, Zealex, actually I did not know it was going to change. It was something that I had expected from a long time ago, because a few years back, when we started having craftable stats infusions, which was back in the days with, if I'm not mistaken, passion fruits, passion flowers, carcass shells, mystic cards, probably. And that was the recipe back in the days. And at this point I was like, yo man, we've got the Queen Bee, we've got the polymer refractals, we got quite some cool, effects that apply to the armor, or auras, I mean what we call auras now. And these I thought were looking pretty good and should be made into infusions. So back in these days, I made one of my other retarded investments. I bought something like 20k passion flowers, thinking, yo, one day they're gonna make them infusions and you're gonna need the passion flowers because to make stat infusions you need passion flowers. And then when the fractal patch happened that changed the way you could acquire stat infusions, I was like, well shit, there goes my passion flowers down to the drain. So, yeah, I had no idea they would change into infusions on that one patch, but when I read it in the patch notes, I was like, buy! And then when the price rose, I was like, sell! And you should completely clip this and use it whenever you're flipping, because that's the spirit. Dildo hashtag 6969, that's a very creative name. What is your favorite stance? The Bear Force 1 stance. No. What is your favorite stance? Well, actually, the Elite one, I think, has some potential in PvE that is yet to be seen, of course, from further testing after Path of Fire releases. But I think that out of all the stances, this one would be the one with the best use, because otherwise, the others are not too excellent. I mean, the one that gives you might on hit could be useful in a solo scenario, but I think that all the utilities are going to trump the damage that is going to be given to you by this one. So, all in all, I would say the Elite one would be the best. Then, the Cartino. For what Elite spec are you most hyped in the new expansion Path of Fire? Well, man, if you have watched this channel, then you know that I am all about the Soul Beast. Obviously, since I'm in a Ranger, Soul Beast is the one specialization that I have really been looking forward to. Now, since I barely got to test it because I was actually on vacation during the stress tests, I did not exactly get to have a good look at it. However, I think that it is gonna be very interesting to test because it seems to have potential for both power and condi, and nothing could make me happier than having a good power ranger build for PvE, and maybe Soul Beast will bring us just that. And finally, Bemeech. What gear set do you think Soul Beast will use? Well, as I have just said, I think that it has the potential for both power and condi, which is yet to be seen because Ranger has very bad weapon coefficient. Like the damage from the base skills is literally garbage. So no matter how many coefficients you put after it to try, to increase the damage you deal, so ferocity, person damage increase, blah blah blah. Whatever you put after this, your power attacks are still gonna be garbage. That's very sad to say because I just said that I wanted Power Ranger to be a thing, but we're not there yet. So I think that Viper is actually gonna cut it on the Soul Beast, and if anything, I would say that you can probably go Nightmare, Malice, and Trapper Rune, of course, like Nightmare Trapper plus Malice Sigil. And I think that if you do all that, you should hit like 99 point something percent with the trait, like when your percent HP is above, you have 10% more condition damage, whatever, condition duration actually. So I think that Viper will be the way that Soul Beast will go, at least in PvE. So because of course in PvP and War vs World, you would want to play power, like you want that sweet burst, Like people who play condi in PvP and War vs World bore me to death. Like sincerely, it's not fun to just like get condi blasted and then you're like, should I run behind the person while slowly dying to the conditions, or should I just slash sit here and wait to die? Usually, I do the latter. And then we are done. I have answered the 12 questions that were asked of me. This video has been taking way too much time, but I still have one last message for you who watches me. You have the possibility to enter for a very interesting giveaway of 400 gems. Now, if you want to take part into that wonderful adventure that is a giveaway, you are just gonna have to do a very simple thing. I will ask of you to answer on the Google form link down there with your name and just a little message to check that you are not a bot, right? So that's literally all I'm gonna ask of you, and definitely join this giveaway. 400 gems is something very cool. We're having a lot of sales at the moment in the gem store. You could grab some skin that you've been wanting for quite a while without having to spend your hard-earned gold. So just, just join it. Why even hesitate? Join. So all in all, I hope that you guys have liked this video. I've been going on for quite a while talking about stuff, but normally it shouldn't be too boring because these questions were kind of fun, and I had a lot of fun answering them, which is, important as well. So I hope, once again, that you have enjoyed this. If you did so, please leave a thumbs up below the video, leave a comment, follow me on Twitter, follow me, I was gonna say on Instagram, but actually my Instagram is private, so don't follow me on Instagram. But, join my Discord, come chat, come hang out with us. We're a very fun community and you definitely want to be a part of it. If you haven't grabbed Path of Fire yet, it is gonna be simply amazing, and I urge you to use the link that is in the description of the video, just so you can, help out the channel a little bit, because we're affiliated with Arnanet, sponsored, partnered, however you want to call it. And yeah, I wish every single one of you to have a very enjoyable evening or morning or midday or whatever it is in your country, and, have a fun time.